you know, that's just a little brief of history. That's everything that's going around right now. And
it's heavy, but we're in it together.
We're in it together.
Oh, I'm gonna do the little
hooper. What a hopper?
Hipper. Oh yeah, because I have a little
hipper.
Sunny Angel hipper.
I said hooper, hopper, but I did not say hipper. So we're gonna be hip.
Let's be
and
hip.
We're gonna do what they wore. What did these Tuskegee Airmen wear? So they did the same standard issue U.S. Army Air Force uniforms and flight gears as the other American airmen wore during World War II. So this included like flight suits, like your typical A2 leather jackets, and lighter suits depending on the condition that they were. You know?
Yeah, they were.
And then they had the standard service dress uniforms for like formal occasions and like all that stuff.
They also had their garrison caps and their officer caps again.
The oxygen mask, the goggles, the gloves when flying, all of that. The basics that we see in TV shows, in history books, these men were given the same.
Which, again, that's also a good thing. Because that is progress in what they wore. They weren't seen as different in their clothing. Like, the way that they were distinguished, and they did it themselves, is the Red Tails.
Which we'll go into. The Red Tails, which is the 332 fighter group, were visually distinct because they painted the tails of their P-51 Mustang aircrafts red, which became a signature look. While their uniforms and gear, I'm sorry, I've talked to a lot of people today, where gear were standard, their historic role in breaking the racial barriers in the U.S. military made them stand out in history. Yeah. Because of this.
I think, yeah.
But why? Why paint the tails? Yeah. The Tuskegee Airmen painted the tails of their aircraft and primarily for their unit identification and cohesiveness. Yes. This practice was common among different fighter groups in the U.S. Army Air Forces during the World War II, and this is why they did it. So the squadron recognition of the 332 Fire Group, second group, which included the Tuskegee Airmen, needed a quick way to distinguish their planes from the others in the air. The bright red tails made it easy to recognize them during missions, and as well for them to be able to know who was in their squadron. Who was in their squadron and who wasn't.
Also, for escort missions, the Tuskegee Airmen became famous because they were escorting bombers deep into enemy territory. And so the Red Tails also made it easy to identify, like, to friendly bomber crews, like giving them the confidence that they were protected. So this also helped other like bombers could see them coming and know that they were safe. Yeah. And then I think it was also just like a way of unit like pride and like morale between them too. So it was also a symbol of excellence, of unity. It just reinforced their reputation as this elite fighter pilots.
And this became a part of their legacy, of their reputation as a highly skilled pilots. And like that, that even though the recognition wasn't given right away, but even now us learning about it and knowing where these things are happening, like we know that they deserved it. They deserved it, and that they both earned like the respect from allies and from former skeptics and all that stuff. Yeah. But us as people
now we recognize it, and you know that the Red Tails. I think there's also a movie called The Red Tails. I'm pretty sure on I want to say Apple. Which again, that also like it's a part of their legacy. Yeah. Yeah.
We're giving you here the information. Maybe go ahead and this weekend be watching it. Yeah. Just a little movie recommendation.
We'll recommend some more movies.
You know, in a little zine. That's what we do. We recommend. Alright, so since Leslie was a little for the history,
a little
emotional, a little bit raw, we're gonna get into
this is an emotional topic, okay? No, I know I'm not the only one out there who feels the heaviness.
I'm not discrediting.
I think so.
Your emotions.
No, yeah. Thank you. Also, this is another thing, guys. I'm not a crier. For me to be crying, this is a big deal.
Mother Nature is not in its way, so.
And no, yeah. Also, like, I'm just not a crier.
No.
And like, Yeah. You know, it's serious.
Serious. So, where have we seen this in the runway, in the films, and in our day-to-day life?
Yeah.
Let's highlight some black fashion designers.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what we're here for. Mm-hmm. So several black fashion designers have drawn inspiration from the legacy of
the Tuskegee Airmen,
creating collections that honor their bravery and their historical significance.
Yes.
Period. Preach. Our first one is a Brooklyn Circus collab with Randolph. Mm-hmm. This was in November 2023. The Brooklyn Circus teamed up with this eyewear brand, Randolph, to release a capsule collection paying homage to the Tuskegee Airmen. Yeah. This featured things like the P-51 sunglasses that were named after the aircraft that they flew. There's our words.
Take a deep breath.
Take a deep breath. That they flew. Sorry, it's like in my head. I'm thinking of like the verb, the noun, like all this, and then it just doesn't.
It's
register.
Like faster than.
It's yeah. And then the varsity jacket that had like the symbols that represent their legacy.
Yeah.
So the founder,
Theodore, emphasized the importance of sharing the story of the 5 Tuskegee Airmen through this collection. There was 5 Haitian Tuskegee Airmen, a part of that group. Yeah.
And so this is like, we talked about how we were going to share some links of small businesses and all that stuff, but as well, let's go support
fashion designers
that are speaking, and that are using
brands
their
using their craft
to speak and to keep this part of history still alive.
Be inspired.
Yeah. Okay, so remember, these sunglasses, there's some sunglasses out there. Oh, these aren't sunglasses, these are just glasses.
Yeah, but we'll put the picture here of the sunglasses.
We also have the Ruckage.
Nope. You're close. Ruckage? I think so.
Ruckage.
Yeah, just yeah.
I sound out in my head.
Yeah.
I thought I'll put the name here.
Yeah. Denim collection.
I'm so sorry. I apologize if I do butcher these names. But their denim collection, the designer, which is his name, Mr. Ruckage, unveiled a denim collection inspired by the Tuskegee Airmen, aiming to honor their legacy through fashion. What did I just say? What are we doing
with this podcast? We're trying to honor their legacy.
What we wear. Oh my god! I just realized we didn't do the intro.
We'll go back.
We'll go back. Why we wear what we wear.
Yeah.
Okay. This is what I do. This is what we do here.
This is what my forte is.
So this collection showcases designs that reflect their courage, their contribution, blending the military heritage with the modern aesthetics to today.
And we have, because like I linked pictures and stuff, this collection is fire. If you want to dress your man,
I kind of like this jacket.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is the thing. Like,
do you have this in a medium?
Another one too, another brand, right? Bloomingdale's did a tribute collection. So they did this powerful tribute collection for the Tuskegee Airmen. They blended, again, military heritage with modern design, and it just reflects the legacy, and it honored all of the contribution that they did for basically, like helping with and paving a way for people during this time.
Also, links will be added.
Yeah.
We have the Lennox and Parker's American Flight Collection. They introduced this collection to draw inspiration from the Tuskegee Airmen and aviation history.
Yeah.
This collection features designs that pay
homage
to their legacy.
Yeah.
Incorporating elements that reminisce of their era and their contributions. So things that like stood out during that time, things that allow us to, when we see it, we pinpoint to that point of history and that story and that
moment.
These men.
Yeah. And then also the Tuskegee Airmen Heritage Joggers, which these are actually available on Etsy. So they're joggers that celebrate the legacy. And they actually have like vibrant all over paint. The design captures the essence of like a very 90s fashion design, but it also has the blend and it honors the legacy and the style of what these men wore, the Tuskegee Airmen. So it's kind of like a little throwback moment for both. Yeah.
So these are both brands, designers that happen. And now we're going to go into designers. We have a Detroit-based fashion designer that's known for his streetwear and his sports inspiration designs.
Mr. Ty Hopkins.
Which he has a lot of bold colors. He does a lot of nostalgic elements. And he has collaborated with major brands.
Should I travel it? Sure. Oh. Sorry, it's kind of dark in here. Oh.
Oh my God.
And God said, let there be light.
Let there be light.
That's a little dramatic.
So he has collaborated with major brands like Starter and Mitchell and Ness, creating limited edition varsity jackets. Who loves varsity jackets? Because I know I do. We have sneakers and we have other apparel that celebrated the Black culture and the sports history and
the Detroit legacy. So he
said 3 in
combined
1. So some key highlights of his work were obviously the signature varsity jackets, especially because they were the first ones kind of like of a Detroit theme, like starter jackets.
And they gained popularity with like athletes, with celebrities, with even like sneakerheads.
Yeah.
Another like honorable collaboration, he worked with Reebok, with Starter, again with Mitchell and Ness, to do like gear. So this is for colleges and for universities, which I think that's also something really fun and really like special.
And his collection actually in February 2023, literally a year after the men officially from the Top Gun got recognized, a year after, he did a collection that honored them.
Yeah.
And the Detroit Pistons and the Starters to release a limited edition Black History Month jacket inspired by these men, these airmen.
With the Pistons logo.
With the Pistons logo. And the jacket features a black base and a red and green accents, a 313 patch on the front. And the Pistons logo on the back. And it also include a removable faux fur collar and a reminiscence of
traditional
fight jackets. I just think of Steve Trevor from Wonder Woman.
Yeah, like, well, I mean, yeah, because he was a pilot, and so that kind of jacket, like, think of that. I mean, we'll show the picture, but yeah, so definitely, like, that was kind of the vibe that he was going for. Another designer too, who gets forgotten in history, which it's another thing too that I'm like. Such an amazing designer. She is an African-American fashion designer. Her name's Anne Lowe. She was born in 1898 and she passed away in 1981. But she was known for creating Jacqueline Kennedy's.
Remember the First Lady?
Her wedding dress. She literally, in 1953, even though we had racial hardships during that time, she was one of the couturists, I don't know how to say it. Basically a fashion designer during that time that would
for high society women.
Yeah. So she was the first Black designer to gain national recognition. Her designs were used among the wealthy, the socialite families, the debutantes of that time, including the Rockefellers, including the Roosevelts, was not publicly credited for it during this time. Why? Racism. So she wasn't credited for it, but she did design it. She also, her signature style of like how she designed, she had a lot of hand-sewn floral details, a lot of intricate beadwork, a lot of these elegant gowns. Like, this is a lot of work that she put into it. And so she really was one of the first pioneers to overcome discrimination in the segregated fashion industry spaces.
She had an influence on modern fashion. Yeah, an influence on it because of her craftsmanship in the couture level. Yeah, and then like because it's like the couture is like, for those that don't know, I saw this girl grunting during her couture classes. Yeah, this is very like intricate type of shit. Sorry for cussing, but it is.
It's
Like,
a lot of work.
I remember that this girl had a final due, and I was up with her for that whole week straight up to 5 a.m. to help her with my ability to do as much as I can for her dress.
Well,
She had
well
to do.
she would, yeah, like, you would help me, like, even just to, like,
Cut.
make sure I was, like, awake.
Awake. I would make sure, like, hey, what are we cutting? What can I
Yeah.
draw out for you? What can I do that to hit? But it's like,
a lot of work.
and also, like, now going back into the history thing, and she didn't get the recognition for her hard work.
She didn't.
And now
Like,
we
she's
have
one of the fashion designers that history really forgets. And she was one of the first African-American pioneered women fashion designers.
Yeah.
Like, amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of, like, it's another person who gets lost in history because of her race.
Yeah.
Which...
But don't worry, guys.
We're talking about
history, her legacy still remains, not only because we're talking about her, but because of Christopher John Rogers and Aurora James continue her legacy by pushing boundaries in high fashion.
Yes, it did.
And we can see her work at the Smithsonian. Oh my God.
Wow,
I
she said it. Yeah.
Smithsonian National Museum of African American History and Culture, which displays some of her original pieces. And we have the Met that occasionally features her gowns and exhibits on American fashion history. American history. Sorry.
Yeah, so whenever they do exhibits that relate to American fashion history, they include her in it, which I think it's amazing.
And then we have the Fashion Institute of Technology, the Museum of Fit, also preserves some of her designs for educational purposes. One thing that I will add for someone who is an artist and that has occasionally not gone only just because of work-related stuff, but to see some of her favorite artists in museums and stuff. For an artist in my profession of graphic design, of painting, of all this stuff, getting your work displayed in a museum, for me personally, is such a big deal. Because it's this thing that not only were you able to impact your target audience, but this specific, like, location. Yeah. That they want to display your work. Yeah. And they want other educational, intelligent people that go to learn more stuff
to see
it.
Yeah.
And for her work to still be there, even though she's no longer with us.
Yeah. And that at the time she was not
recognized
the way she should have been.
Like, it's just...
Yeah. I think that's also another thing, that things like this are important, to go to your museums, go to your libraries, go actually learn about the world around you and learn about things that happen in history that people literally didn't feel were important to talk about, and they didn't talk about, and these people can get forgotten in history when they had such a big impact during their time. But again, due to racism, due to things happening, they were looked down upon. And so I don't know, I think it's important to talk about them. It's important to remember them, and it's more than anything, I think it's important to give them the credit that they deserve for the work that they did. Yeah. And
I think one more honorable mention before we say goodbye. You were bigger than the... Sorry. We have Madam C.J. Walker, which also, just to let you know, we watched a Netflix series,
show,
which was really good. I know that it kind of, Netflix tries to do all of it to give you the information
as much as they can,
but honestly, read the books, read her story, they'll give you more.
She was the first
African American entrepreneur, philanthropist,
and
activist who became the first self-made female millionaire in the United States. She built the beauty empire focused on Black women's hair care, revolutionizing the industry with her innovative products and marketing strategies.
Now, I want to show you her timeline. Okay? To, again, go back even further in history. She was born in 1867, I think, approximately. And she passed away in 1919. So we're talking about her being the first female entrepreneur, self-made millionaire who is African American during that time. That is a big deal, guys.
Yes. Also, she wasn't over here being at your early 20s or like that. She was...
I think she was older, yeah.
She was older.
It was like
from
later
the
in
Netflix
life.
series, from what I remember, she was older.
Yeah, I think Octavia Davis played her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miss Octavia Davis. Yeah.
She was older.
Yeah.
But it's like, I think it's this thing, not only are we seeing about the Tuskegee Airmen that we talked about how they didn't get recognized,
the fashion designers.
The fashion designers, but these are women's that, like, even... their whole life had to deal with these like racisms and things that like weren't okay. The car turned off.
Oh.
I'm sweating too. But she didn't give up.
No.
She didn't lose hope.
No. And here are some of the achievements and impacts that she did during her time. So she created the Madam C.J. Walker's Wonderful Hair Grower, right? Which was a scalp treatment designed to promote growth and healthy hair for Black women. Her business empire, which again was founded by her. I think the whole thing was called Madam C.J. Walker's Manufacturing Company. It trained thousands of Black women to become sales agents for her brand, and so it also helped them by giving them some financial independence. So she had that impact on her community, and then she amassed a fortune through her business. She was basically a trailblazing entrepreneur during this time. She was a philanthropist. She was in activism. She donated to the HBCU, plenty of civil rights causes, and also to the NAACP. Shout out to them again.
They advocated for the Black economic empowerment.
Yeah, and if you want, again, like you can watch the series. There's also a whole bunch of books on her. There's things in museums too. So definitely. Actually,
use your resources.
We
have them.
Scour the
They want to take them away, but show them
that they won't.
Yeah. I remember this. You know, you could be like, Natalie, this has nothing to do with it, but maybe for me it does.
Okay.
But remember
Let's
when
connect.
they were gonna close down Barnes and Noble because no one was shopping the books.
All the book talk girlies.
Remember that we all stood up and we're like, absolutely not, and we started buying like physical copy books.
I literally went there and got 2 books today.
And lo and behold, Barnes & Nobles is still here.
Yep.
And not only are they doing that, but guess what? They're creating little tables of read banned books, read Black History Month, like author books, read this, read that. Like, they're like, They're on it.
They're on it.
And they have all these books.
Yeah.
All these books.
If they don't have it, you can go ask them.
And guess what? Order online. Do you want it at your house or in store? Literally give you options. Baddies.
Yeah. Even if you don't want to spend money, go to your local library. Get a library card. The same thing happens there too, guys. If you need a book for school, if you want a book, the more you use those resources that are there for you, the longer they'll be there. They'll help you in your community. But you could also go there and be like, hey, I need this book. Is there a way that we can order it? They'll order it to the library. So you don't have to pay a single cent.
Because not only are they thinking it's for you, but other people can be interested in it.
Also, that's also another thing too. If you're reading books on there, they're not going to ban them as easily.
No.
Because I guarantee the people who are getting them banned are the only people going to that library. But if so many of us go up there and speak up,
they're not going
to at least, if within local libraries.
From what I know.
But here are a list of films, docuseries that maybe you guys could watch to also stay informed. In case you're not a reader, maybe you just want to watch stuff. We have the Tuskegee Airmen, the film. We have Masters of the Air, which I think that one's the one that's on Apple. Okay. I think it's a show or a movie. I don't remember. We have the Red Tails one as well, which is on Netflix. And then we'll also link down below where we found all of this information too. A lot of it was from PBS. A lot of it was from the History Channel. And again, even if you don't have these actual channels, because I don't think anybody has cable now, go on YouTube and you'll find clips of it. You'll find the documentaries. Scour the internet, guys. This is what we're good at. This is what our generation is good at, but use it for good.
Use it for good. Use it for good. That attention spam, use it for good.
Yeah.
I'm heating up here, but let's wrap this up with, I'm so sorry.
Can take it off.
I'm literally cooking. I feel like a rotisserie chicken.
No, yeah, because we don't have the windows down. Because we don't want the noise.
I'm so sorry.
Don't worry, guys. We're getting noise canceling headphones.
She's skipping. Oh, look at that. Oh.
She worked out.
She worked out like the Pilates thing.
I know. I was like, what is she pointing at? And then, yeah.
Pilates. Anyways, I'm so sorry. I stayed within my gear throughout as much as I could.
Yeah.
But with that being said,
Yeah.
this
Also, sorry about the lighting.
Sorry about the lighting. But this is our episode of the Tuskegee Airmen, and as much information that we can give to you guys, as much information we were able to find. Of course, do your own research. Get into those books.
Yeah.
Read about these stories, about
Also,
these men.
If we missed anything,
Yes.
or if there's anything that you know about the topic, please feel free to comment down below. Like, this is so we can have a conversation about this.
This is a community.
Yeah, like, be like, hey, you know what? I actually learned about them. I actually learned about this. Come on, guys. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. But with that, we will be ending this episode for this week with that little close. And we talked so much. We shared. We dumped, if we can say that word, a lot of information for you. And now use it wisely.
Yeah. Also, let us know down below if there's any. We'll link as many resources as we find, especially during these times. If you guys have any information, any links for people who, you know, are a minority, anything that you can do to help during this time, please let us know.
Just let us know.
We'll share.
But
The
we love you.
resources.
Sorry if it's been a little bit like for a new
Emotional,
episode,
but
a little long time, but we here, we present, and stay fashionable, Queenies. That's all we can say. And stay resourceful.
Stay
Intelligent.
Stay informed.
In the moment.
Stay actually caring about people's basic human rights, even if they're different from you. We love empathy.
Yeah. Bye. See you next week.
Bye. Let's introduce ourselves for those who do not know.
Because if you listen to the extended version, you realize that midway into me talking, I realized we never introduced ourselves for the video.
They won't know. You'll edit
They won't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.